What's up, everybody? It's Q-Zone here. So before I jump into today's video, I just want to wish all you beautiful people watching this video, I want to wish you guys a great day. I know that this is a relatively new channel, even though it is old, if that makes any sense. This is my second video I'm uploading on this channel. I'm going to be doing a whole host of content on here, pretty much things that you guys will like, things that I enjoy doing, and kind of in that spectrum. Pretty much gonna be doing a lot of life stories because I have an unusually high amount of life stories. I had a lot of crazy stuff happen to me in my life, as many of us do. 22 years old, and hopefully all the crazy stuff in my life that has happened, kind of subsides. But without further ado, let's jump into today's story. So today's story is going to be the time that I got expelled from school. My first time getting expelled from school. Unfortunately, would not be the last, but hey, we all got to learn somehow, some way. Me, it just happened to be trial and error, rinse and repeat over and over again. So pretty much, let's jump straight into it. So this was back when I was a freshman in high school. So, like me and all the bros and everything, all my friends, we were already kind of dabbling into the whole, sticky, icky, green ganj type of stuff. So I was pretty much listening to Mac Miller, like, on repeat all the time at this point. You got to figure this is, maybe 2016, I want to say. Yeah, like 2016. So I was bumping Mac Miller all the time, Wiz Khalifa, the whole nine pretty much. And, I was smoking quite a bit. And me and my friend, we decided, we're like, hey, what would be a better idea than for us to hang out after school and blaze one? He's never smoked before, I have. And I just thought it would be fucking amazing for us to, be able to meet up after and smoke. Now, keep in mind, this buddy of mine, we're still friends to this day. But back then, our parents did not want us hanging out together. It was mainly his parents that didn't want me around. And I understand 100% why they didn't. I was just a really fucking bad influence on a lot of my friends. And then I later on met people that were bad influences on me, and, you can kind of see how that went. But pretty much, we kind of, I more or less rubbed off on him, not trying to say anything, but rubbed off some of my bad habits onto him, and his parents saw that, and that was a fucking no-go, no fly right there. So pretty much we were never able to hang out. So we're like, you know what, why don't we just fucking skip over the bullshit and we'll just hang out after school and say we're studying. And we were like, all right, you know what, that's a solid idea, solid game plan. So let's just fucking shoot for that. And, we were like, all right, cool, that's what we're doing. So pretty much he was like, all right, how are we going to get the weed to school? And I was like, you know what, that is a good idea. I did not think that over. Now, for some reason, the school that I went to was like a academically, I guess you could say, prestigious school. They valued academics fucking astronomically, and they were, it was a really good school district in Long Island, New York. And, it was a good district, but they were fucking, strict, they were on people's shit, fucking horseflies going towards a mountain of fucking shit. And I knew this, he knew this, so we were like, how are we gonna get around it? What's some ways we can get around it? So we thought up a few ways, and they were all fucking not gonna work. And came up with this brilliant, ingenious idea to fucking put the weed in a highlighter. Because, matter of fact, if you take the fucking little fluorescent ink tube inside the highlighter out, you can still write with the highlighter for a little while before it goes dry. So pretty much what we did was we took that tube out, we put the weed in there, we like double wrapped it, and then closed it up. And then we had about a pack of like, let's just say 20 highlighters, and we just threw it in that pack. And basically what I was going to do is I was going to hand it off to him in the beginning of school. And then what he would do is he would later then meet up with me towards the end of the day after he got some rolling papers from a friend of ours. And then we would meet up after school when we were quote unquote studying, even though we obviously were not going to be studying. If anything, we were going to be fucking studying how to roll and fucking blaze that shit right after school. So pretty much, you know, we decided, all right, that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to do it. Let's just fucking do it. And pretty much came to school. I was pretty nervous, you know. I was even more nervous for him because he was going to be holding it most of the day. And, you know, I had the highlighter pack with me, met up with him in the lobby, and I handed him like a textbook, you know, like study material, obviously. And I handed him a pack of highlighters and a pack of pencils. And I was like, dude, this is fucking foolproof. There's no fucking way we're going to get caught. Like, the chances of us getting caught are just stupid low. Like, there's no fucking way. Even if we had fucking Sherlock Holmes on the case, he wouldn't even be able to crack it, you know? So it was like the Enigma code. There's no way anyone's going to figure this shit out. I was fucking wrong. Now, he's a good friend of mine, but he made a pretty stupid move of opening the highlighter, and this is from what I heard. I heard this from multiple people. He opened the highlighter, and he was in the middle of class. I guess he was trying to show somebody or something along those lines. You know, fucking freshman shit. And the smell got out, obviously, and there were a lot of fucking snitches in my school, a lot of snakes. The grass was pretty high, so, you know, there was room for a lot of them. And pretty much somebody got word out to one of the teachers, and, you know, that teacher obviously went to the dean, went to the principal, and, you know, chain of command came back down, and me and him both got fucking hammered. They had everything. I remember I walked into the dean's office. I got pulled out of math class, and, you know, the dean was just shaking his head looking at me, and I was like, I don't know what you're shaking your head at. I don't know what I did. I was just trying to play and plead the fifth and act like I had no idea what happened. Because that was our agreement. If one of us got caught somehow, we would just plead the fifth, and we would not acknowledge the other one's involvement. And I go to walk in there, and I hear him sobbing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this guy must have already spilled the beans. Like, he must have just fucking dropped the bowl of gazpacho right on the fucking floor and just gave me up. I still love the kid, obviously, you know, he's a good friend of mine, you know, but at the time I was pretty fucking upset. And, you know, I was like, how am I going to get out of this? You know, this is pretty tough. You know, the evidence is stacked highly against me right now. Because from what it looks like we did a handoff, you know, and maybe there was exchange of something, you know, currency. So pretty much they assumed, you know, that I was dealing of some sort, and you know, dealing a gram, half a gram of some fucking bush. You know, it wasn't even that fucking good. And pretty much, you know, he spilt everything, and I had to come in there and try to fucking pick up the pieces. And I had to try to rearrange them to make it look like I was not involved in any kind of way. And I was trying to do that, and the dean just kept pulling up pictures. Like, they took pictures of it, and he just kept pulling up pictures, and he was like, hey, I'm just letting you know, you can stop the bullshit right here. He was like, we have all this evidence, like, you're fucked. okay? Like, it's over. You're done. And I was like, man, when you put it that way, I guess, you know, I guess I am fucked. And he was like, yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold a hearing, and it's going to be like kind of like a court date, but academic and school-wise, I guess if you want to put it that way, call it kiddie court. And pretty much he was like, that's what's going to happen. You're going to go up against a board. They're going to judge the fuck out of you, and then we're kicking your ass out of the school. Pretty much, not, obviously he didn't say it in that way, but that's pretty much how he was wanting to say it to me. And, you know, my friend, I believe he got not expelled. He got suspended. I think he got suspended for like 2 or 3 months. Meanwhile, with me, I went to this hearing. They had a fucking tape recorder on the desk, like some fucking interview that you would see in the 1950s with the reel spinning and everything. And then they had some fucking Nikon 3000 photos of some, you know, fucking, or like Polaroid photos of 4 different images of the weed, of the highlighter with the weed next to it. They found like money on him, like I think it was like $1 or something. So they had a picture of the money with the highlighter and the weed, and then they had pictures of the rolling papers with the weed and the highlighter and the money. So they had 4 pictures, and I was like, look, I get it, like, I understand what I did, like, I already know I'm fucked, okay? Like, you already hooked me up to the electric chair, you fucking turned the voltage all the way up, I already know I'm fucked, like, I get it. And pretty much what happened is my dad fucking kicked the living shit out of me for it. And you know, I love you, Dad, and I deserved every fucking ounce of that ass kicking, because they did expel me. They expelled me for the rest of the year, and I wasn't eligible to return back until the following year. And during the time I was expelled, I had to go to a completely different school, like an alternate school. And that alternate school was a lot worse than the one that I was already at. And it was about an hour away from where I lived. As opposed to the school that I went to was about 5-10 minutes away. So, kind of did myself in there, you know, dug my own hole and just fucking threw myself in. But obviously, lessons learned and all that. But that dean, he probably smoked on that shit. There's no doubt in my mind. Honestly, I called it some bush, but now that I think of it, it was about 0.5 gram of some lemon haze, now that I remember. And it was not that bad, but, you know, I remember that time. And Dean probably had a good little smoke sesh out of it. He had the whole package. But anyways, guys, that's my life story. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's things that I could do different, or things that you guys want to see, you know, whatever the case may be, obviously you guys let me know what you want to see. But anyhow, guys, I'm Q-Zone, and I am out of here.